Leadership Academy. It is Tuesday. You know what that means? It's a Business Building Tuesday, ready to help you build your business so that you can thrive, right? So that you can create the business of your dreams, or just simply create a business that can sustain itself, right? And provide some sort of living for you, right? So, you don't necessarily have to make $1 million, but you definitely want to operate a business that allows you to live, right? There's a lot of businesses out there that really don't have a purpose. There's really not a focus for the business. You don't know what you want it to do, right? And so I'm here on Tuesdays and several times throughout the week to help you grow your business, here to answer any questions that you may have about your business. So we talk about marketing and advertising. That's kind of a given. But we also talk about finances. We talk about pricing and profit margins. We talk about growing your business, expanding your business. We've discussed in the past selling your business. We've discussed buying a business, franchises, literally everything in relation to operating your business. If you guys don't know me, again, my name is Xavier Johnson, and I'm an entrepreneur. That's what I do. I've been self-employed as an entrepreneur only for 8 years now. 8 years. I spent a bit of time in corporate America. I was a college president, college executive, and went totally on my own back in 2011 with a couple different ventures, and right now I own about 4 or 5. I think it's 5 different businesses now. I lose count. To be honest. I hate to say that, but I'm here for you. So this is the way this goes. Whatever questions you have, you simply place it in the chat box below. It's really, really simple. Whatever questions you have, put it in the chat below, and I'll answer your question about your specific business. And really, no topic is taboo as it relates to entrepreneurship. So we can talk about leading yourself. We can talk about things that are pertaining to you and what you need to be doing to get yourself in a better mindset so that you can be a better entrepreneur, so that you can run your business more efficiently. We can look at your website. We can look at any marketing material you have online. We'll pull up your website and we'll all look at it together, give you some feedback. And that's only for the bold, right? So, but literally anything that you want to talk about, we can talk about it. You simply put your questions in the chat below. It's really, really simple. I really appreciate you guys checking me out today, hanging out with me for a little bit. It is a beautiful Tuesday evening here in Georgia. Temperature is pretty good. There's a nice breeze out there, so it's not too hot yet, right? So we have some opportunities, guys. Like I said, if you just have any questions, put it right there in the chat. Let me help you grow your business. Tonight's topic that I want to talk about, and what happens, guys, while you're not asking questions, I'll discuss a topic. Now, if you have any questions about the topic, then you just put your question in the chat. That's the best way to get some assistance with your business. It's unfortunate, but oftentimes I see entrepreneurs in the online arena. We do a lot. We'll go into a group, we'll ask questions, we want one little thing fixed, and we won't look at the bigger picture. And so I try to spend time in various groups throughout the week. Of course, I run my own businesses and all that kind of stuff, so I can't spend as much time. And then this is my main business where I assist entrepreneurs just like you guys, either through coaching or through consulting, where I go in and complete a specific project for their particular company to grow their business or to make them more efficient. Or I'll do leadership development training, customer service training, things like that. So those are my own businesses, and that's where that is. But I'm here to help you guys tonight. So whatever questions you have, put it in the chat below. I appreciate you guys checking me out tonight. I really, really do. Be sure to share this with your friends. Share, tag anybody that you want to tag. Listen, if you want to start a business, this broadcast is perfect for that. For anyone that simply wants to start. If you want to start a business, tag them, tag a friend, tag a family member. Say, hey, this guy seems to know what he's talking about. Here, check him out. He says you can ask any question you want, either about starting a business, closing a business, literally, and anything in between with running your business. So put your questions in the chat, or just tell me, hey, and we'll go from there. I'm excited, super excited to be with you guys tonight. So if I can assist you with anything, definitely, as I said, put it in the chat below. If you see me looking off screen, I'm just looking to see if any chats have come through as of yet. Now, one thing that I do want you guys to know, we're broadcasting simultaneously on several networks. Of course, we're on Facebook, we're on Periscope, and we're on YouTube, our YouTube channel. So we are there. So if you guys do have any questions, if you're on any of those channels, I'd like to say welcome to this week's broadcast of Business Building Live. This is where I answer your questions about your business. Literally anything about your business. You simply put your questions right there in the chat. I'll answer those questions and we'll keep this ball rolling. In the meantime, I do want to talk about building your business throughout the summer. Now, I know that this changes, right? So, guys, if you do hear me talking, just, you can ask your question or you can put something in the chat. It's up to you. Or you can listen to me rant. But if you do have a question, this is really for you. This is not a broadcast designed for me to show you how smart I am and just teach you. This is really, I truly want to give back to you and sow into your life of my talent and my skill of helping you grow your business in a very no-nonsense approach. So if you ask me any questions, you guys will see that I don't play many games, and I cut the fat off and I show you exactly what you need to do to grow your business and to get people walking in and to get people swiping their cards and purchasing from you. So whatever business you're running, guys, listen, what do you have to lose? Ask a question, right? Put it right there in the chat and let me help you. But what I do want to talk to you guys about, growing your business throughout the summer. Now, this is a great time of year for a lot of businesses. Some businesses see some very huge profits during this time of year, some exponential growth. I mean, it's just through the roof, right? But you have to, some businesses don't do as well, right? And so I want to help you guys kind of think through some of the small things that you can be thinking about. Hey, Miss T, I see you. Some businesses throughout the summer, you guys, they don't show that kind of growth, right? They don't show growth. So if you have one of those businesses that kind of flatlines during the summer, let's talk about that, and let's talk about some other things that you can be focused on with your business. All I need you to do is just comment, just like Ms. T did, and tell me what industry you're in, and we can go from there. But as you guys are working throughout the summer, and welcome to everyone that's tuning in. Thank you guys for checking me out tonight. This is Business Building Live. If you have any questions about your business, be sure to put it in the comments below. Just write down below, type your comment, and let me answer some questions for you. Let me help you get unstuck. That's really the idea. But moving into summer, some businesses flatline. They do. They either money becomes shifted in the eyes of your consumer. So the money that you think people have to shop is kind of redirected. A lot of folks are trying to do vacations, and some are planning for the next school year, right? So if they do have school-aged children, there's some money that's being thwarted towards that, vacations and things like that. So these are the things that I want you guys to be thinking about with your particular business as you continue to move through the through the summer. Now, let's say that you do have, I'm trying to think of a business that kind of slows down during the summer. If you guys can think of any, just put it right there in the chat and I'll respond to it. Businesses that normally slow down in the summer months. If you guys can think of it, put it right there in the chat. I'm sure there's 1,000 that I'm having a brain blank for a moment. I don't really know. Businesses that slow down during the summer. And guys that are just checking in, we're talking about, of course, you can ask any question you want. Just put it right down in the chat below about your business or maybe a friend's business. If you know someone that wants to start a business or has an idea, tag them in this post. Let them know, hey, this guy's on and I think that he can help you. Miss Chantel Ferguson, hair. Okay. So you said that slows down during the summer. If that being one of the professions that slow down a little bit. Some of the things that you can do to draw folks into your business um, during the summer. If you're doing hair, there are um, there are hairstyles that I would think are better for summer, less maintenance. A lot of people are, more people are going outside, right? And this is where social media becomes very prevalent in the hair industry. And it's talking about those little things like hairstyles for the summer, maybe new hairstyles, because we know people do a lot of shopping. A lot of the clothing industry during this time of year come out with new styles, new designs, all that good stuff. And so you can talk about maybe hairstyles for the summer, cool hairstyles for the summer. Not cool as in nice, but as cool as in literally keeping your head cool. You can talk about hair care, maintenance, right? I don't know, and I'm just kind of rambling because I don't know if the sun does any damage to your hair or not. Like, I don't really know. But these are the things that you can begin to educate customers on moving into the summer in the hair industry. And this is how you would use social media. And they're short posts. They're not long. They're literally maybe 2 minutes, at the very max 3 minutes post a day, where you would talk about little educational tidbits about your business. Now, what happens as those folks in your community, now this is where we're going to get into kind of social media marketing a little bit. So I know when I get my hair cut, I want to get my hair cut from someone that I consider as an expert in barbering, right? And so imagine if I see an ad pop up on my timeline, 30 seconds, that tells, with a video, say, hey, click here, and I'm going to tell you a couple of things that you can do to generate waves the fastest, right? So this is how you can generate waves the fastest if you're a guy with a short haircut. I'm going to click that ad because that specifically pertains to me, and it's something that I can use, and it's something that I desire relatively quickly. Now, the beauty of social media ads, right? So if you're doing Facebook ads or Instagram ads, you can literally pinpoint race, age range, income, location, literally within zip codes, things like that. You can pinpoint those things. So I would do something educational, and I would do some pinpoint marketing for my target market surrounding my business. Now, that's one of the things that you can do for the hair industry. Another way to generate some buzz about your business within the hair industry, I think, or within cosmetology, whether it's barbering or cosmetology altogether, the next generation of barbers and hairstylists, right? So I believe that one way to generate buzz within your hair business, maybe you do a one-day workshop for the youth, maybe 12 through 16, 17, even 18 years old. Just some basics, right? They come to the shop and you sit down and you talk to them about the industry, everything about the business of hairstyling, why schooling is important, maybe some things that they can do to generate a little income for themselves, right? Basic maintenance, basic safety type deals. You could charge for it, or it could be free. They can make it a one-day workshop. $20. You get 20 folks in there to do this youth workshop for $20, and you just make $400. For a one-day, let's say 4-hour gig. And but that's one way. Now you become the community expert. Now you become the person in the community that's educating the next generation of stylists and barbers. So that's one way to generate some buzz for the hair care industry during the summer. If you guys are seeing that kind of slow down, another way that you guys, and of course, guys, if you do have any other questions, please just put them right there in the chat. I'm kind of going on right now, and this is one of the things that I do, Ms. Ferguson, I tend to over-deliver, right? So another thing you can do, of course, are the traditional sales and packages. So you can actually do a sale or a package deal. You can call it the summer special deal. And let's say that your average ticket is, let's say it's $60, right? let's say your average ticket is $60 and this person, let's say they normally don't come in for June and July. They may come in at the end of July, right? So you're looking at 6 to 8 weeks where you may not see this particular client. If you have your email list set up for your clientele, which if you don't, I would recommend that you do have your email list, because that is how you sell, right? I wouldn't depend on social media. I wouldn't depend on Facebook. I would use those things, but you don't own those customers. Facebook owns those customers, and I don't want to get off on a rant on that, but you don't own that clientele. Whatever your friends list is, especially if you're running a business, you don't own that friends list. If you don't believe me, go back and look at the days of MySpace, right? There were businesses that launched during MySpace, but when MySpace shut down or MySpace was not the thing, it wasn't in anymore, that business no longer could sustain itself, right? So, but with an email list, you can always reach out to your customers. So if you don't have one in place, as your customers are coming in, simply have them sign up for the email list, give them a free gift, I don't know, some sort of coupon or something, but you want to build your email list with your clientele, because that is how you motivate people to purchase. Now, back to what I was saying about coupons, you could actually sell a deal. So your average ticket, let's say it's $60, I don't know, but let's just for the sake of numbers, let's say it's $60, and you're not going to see this person for 8 weeks. I would do a deal of $90. I would do a $90 special for the summer. That gets them one hairstyle, right? That gets them maybe a maintenance, I don't know, washing set, I don't know. And then let's say a back to school or a fall or a beginning fall or end of summer styling. So what you're doing is you're ultimately getting people to buy this incredible deal up front, right? So you're getting the money in advance, you're giving them a discount, but you don't struggle through the summer, if that makes any sense. You get the money right up front. So that's one of the ways that you can kind of thwart the summer blues of people not really getting their hair maintained and styled during the summer, is I would begin marketing some sort of coupon that people can buy right up front. So when they pay the $60 to get a styling, you can upsell them and say, hey, today and today only, this is the special that I'm offering you. And or you can offer it, until the end of May, right? And so the $80-$90 they can go in, they can pay that, and their hairstyles are done already for June, for July, and the beginning of August. But if you turn around and you get 10 people, 20 people to sign up for that, you see how $1,600. If you're paying booth rent, things like that, that can cover that for the summer, and you can still manage. But once again, that money is already paid up front. So that is one of the ways that I would do that, in addition to, of course, becoming the educator for your industry, not only in your local community, but on your social media. I see a lot of hairstylists that they will down other stylists and the way they do certain things, and I don't see that as being profitable. I just don't. And I know sometimes we do creep into it. I try not to creep into it myself as a business consultant, as a coach. I do my best not to shun or talk down about other coaches or other folks in the industry. That's not really my place. My place is to stand in my area of strength, which is helping businesses grow, right? And so I try to stay in that area, in that space. So I hope that helped, Ms. Chantel. I really, really do. This is Business Building Tuesday. Thank you for checking in. If you do have any questions, put it in the chat below. Let me help you grow your business. Today's discussion, we're talking about your business throughout the summer, right? Is your business going to slow down during the summer? Do you normally pick up business during the summer? We're talking about that. You can actually ask any question that you want to ask, but these are some of the things that you guys can, to get you thinking, right? To get you thinking about your business and maybe some ways. That's awesome, Ms. Ferguson. That's awesome. If I can ever be of any assistance to you, definitely reach out to me. You can just look at the bottom of the video here at Ask Xavier J on all the social media networks. You can always reach out and ask me whatever you'd like to ask me. We got some free stuff on the website, XavierJohnson.com. And you know, if you know anyone, I think it's always, you know, it's better to give, right? It's more blessed to give than receive. I offer a free course right on my website teaching people how to start a business, any business. Yeah, it's not, you know, I'm not selling anything. I'm teaching you how to start anything, right? With the skills or talents that you have. There is, I'm starting a big company for my daughter. Okay. She's come out with cookbook. She's 11 years old. What is a great way to market the cookbook? It is for cakes, cookies, cupcakes, and more sweet treats. That's awesome. That is a great question. That's a great question. So the so that actually leads right into I want to show you this just to show you that your daughter is actually, she's in the right place, and you can show her this. I'm going to pull up this website, and then I'll bring it up on the screen. Please. I went to what's the name of the place? Sam's Club the other day. I went to Sam's Club and met an amazing lady there, being greedy, of course, with my heavy self. But I met this lady who owns this business, and it is Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes. She was at Sam's Club in McDonough, Georgia, and let me tell you, it is. I mean, those were some good cakes, right? It was like really, really good. But this is what was interesting. 2014, she started the company, or she didn't start the company. She started to make the cakes. She was in corporate America making six figures, doing extremely well, and just needed to raise 14 grand, right? Started making these cakes, and you guys can see it right here on the screen. She blew up, right? She made the 14,000 to send the kids to Europe, but it's now her full-time business. She has a full staff. Like I said, she was in Sam's Club the other day marketing the product, talking about the product, really doing exceptionally well. And so don't despise the day of small beginnings. This was 2014, but this is an article that was written about the business. But I'm telling you, she is doing extremely well with the business, and it's with sweets. As you guys see here, she does different events. She's got some audio recordings right there on our website. Here are the Sam Club pop-ups. This is where I met her. This is it right here. Yeah, it's right there. That's where I met her this past weekend, the 8th, whatever the 8th was, or the 9th. And this is exactly how it looked. I mean, it was really, really awesome. So definitely let your daughter know that, I mean, that's not, a small task. I think that, and I praise the youth in teaching them to become entrepreneurs and to really get out and do some amazing things. This is the owner right here. She's on NBC. I mean, that's her there. Really nice lady. I think they're on Amazon. You can order the stuff through Amazon. But she's kicking butt. She is kicking butt. And I wanted to talk about her because, this is a big deal, man. Right? Guys, one of the things I talk about, and I promise I'm going to get into talking about the cookbook and ways to market the cookbook, but one of the things that I talk about is we pray about, we ask God for more money, right? Because we all say that we need more money. But I'm telling you, the whole reason I do these videos and I teach entrepreneurship and develop the courses that I develop is because I truly believe that everyone has a business inside of them. I believe that there is a skill set that you have that you can monetize. And sometimes this lady was just baking cakes. And I say that all the time. If you watch any of my past videos, I tell people maybe you have a cake recipe. Maybe you know how to clean houses well. I remember talking to one girl and I said, well, do you clean well? She says, yeah, I clean pretty good, but I hate cleaning. Like I just despise it. I said, but if you clean well and other people know that you clean well, Molly Maid is a $100 million franchise cleaning company. And all they do is clean people's houses, right? So I believe that everyone has a skill set. This woman out there is making a great living, well over six figures. I'm sure her business does probably mid six figures, if not higher than that. Just making cakes, right? So everyone has this ability in them. So with that being said, some of the ways that she can begin to market the cookbook, because everyone loves to support the youth. So putting the cookbook, and this is what I think about. Let me ask you this question. So I play this game with me. Can kids make the recipes? Can kids make the recipes that are in the books? I'll wait for you to answer that. Can kids actually make the recipes that are in the cookbook? Because I have the thought process. If kids can make them, if they're kid friendly, right? I'm not saying make them alone, but for the most part, it's simple enough for a kid to do it. Let me know that right there in the chat. Let me know if that is something that that kids can do. And for those that are just tuning in, guys, I'm Xavier with the Thrive Business Institute, the legendary Leadership Academy, and this is Business Building Tuesday. I'm here to help you grow your business. So whatever questions you have, put it right there in the chat below. Right now, we're talking about Miss Ferguson's daughter. Her 11-year-old daughter has a cookbook that she's getting ready to release. And the question is, how do you market this thing, right? How do you market the cookbook? And so we'll talk about that in a moment. In addition to that, Miss Ferguson, what are you thinking as the price point? What's the price point for the book? Okay. Then bring your answer right up on the screen. Okay. Yes, kids can actually make recipes, especially kids that are into baking. If you're going to go on the Kids Baking Championship to do the standardized testing, we missed our shot. I get it. So here you go. The way that one of the ways, so if you guys hired my company to consult with you, what I would do, and I'm actually going to tell you what I would do, so I'm not trying to get you to hire us. I'm just telling you, this is the mindset, right? So I'm thinking kids recipes, right? And I'm thinking, how much kids love to be in the kitchen with their parents, right? It's almost thinking of it's almost Disney Channel-ish, right? Mr. Rogers-ish, about the kids being there with you in the kitchen. But you could create a movement around the cookbook. Create a movement around the cookbook. So there's a few thoughts I have for you. And I would pull my dry erase board back here, but it's the light's going to glare off of it. So if you have a pen and paper, take notes. And if you want a copy of this video, I'll send it to you. Just hit me up in my private message and send me your email address, and I'll send you a link to this. But this is what I would do. First, I would create a Facebook campaign around a movement. So this is called movement marketing. It's where you create of movement. So if you think of the Black Lives Matter, that was a movement. If you think of breast cancer awareness, that is a movement. AIDS awareness is a movement. Domestic violence is a movement. And so what you do is you create a movement around the book, right? And this is where you can help her, and you guys tag team on it, but you're talking about the importance of parent-child time and bonding, right? And doing something together. And one of the ways to do it together, of course, is in the kitchen, right? So we get a chance to bond with our kids and have discussions. And I tell you what would be awesome. This is what I would do. I would start a YouTube channel of you and your daughter actually making the recipes, just like a cooking show, right? You're just doing your own cooking show in the kitchen, but you're having conversations around life, right? You're having conversations around just life, just stuff that's going on in the world, stuff that's going on in the school, and getting a perspective from the kid. So you're having this conversation, and let's say it's about body image, right? Let's say it's around body image, and you are talking with your daughter, and you're getting her opinion. What does she see in school, and what's her focus, and what is her thoughts on body image? What does she see her friends do at school? What does she believe is acceptable and not acceptable? But you guys are having this conversation while you're making one of the sweet treats, one of the cakes, one of the, maybe some of the cookies, or, some of that, right? So the show is based around that. But the movement is getting parents to spend more time with their kids bonding, right? And so with the movement, and you can create a hashtag, I'm trying to come up with a name of it. Our time, hashtag our time, kitchen talks, hashtag kitchen talks, TALKS, kitchen talks, right? Kitchen, cake talks, sweet talks, hashtag sweet talks, sweet kitchen talks, sweet cooking talks. You see what I'm doing? I'm just trying to come up with a good hashtag, and the hashtag, of course, would more than likely be the show name. And I hope, and if it makes sense, let me know. If it doesn't make sense, let me know. Put whatever question you need to in the chat. But it gives you an opportunity to create more discussion around the real issues that kids are facing, right? And getting their perspective, which is huge. But you're doing that centered around her cookbook, right? Centered around the cookbook. And you guys just do one episode a week. That's it. You do one episode a week, some basic editing. You guys don't have to edit. There are many, many businesses that edit, many services that can edit the video for you. It's really simple. The technology is really, really easy to do. Right now, you can use your phones. Literally, your phones are good enough to get it done. And each episode, you just talk about, hey guys, today we're going to be talking about body image, and we're going to be making one of the recipes out of, your daughter's name, cookbook, whatever the name of the cookbook is. This is recipe number so-and-so, so-and-so. And today we're discussing body image. So, hey, let's get started. And, she can be the star, right? She's the star. And she talks about, okay, guys, this is what you're going to need. Be sure to get your, your sugar, your milk, your da-da-da-da-da-da. And you got your bowl. Here's all the stuff you're going to need. And then you guys begin to talk, right? You begin to have this conversation. It's going to be great for parents as well as great for kids, because some parents don't know how to have the conversations. They just don't know, right? And this gives them an opportunity to go and ask their kids other questions. So the first thing I would do with the cookbook is create what's called movement marketing. We would sit down, we would probably film, take a day, right? Probably 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever. We'd shoot 3 or 4 episodes in one day, so you guys would change clothes and, all that kind of stuff. So we make 3 or 4 recipes in one day and chop those shows up, make them individual shows. Make sure we feature the cookbook in every show. Put a link in the description for people to purchase. And that's how you start, right? That's how you start. That is called movement marketing. And then you can go out and get other partners to partner with you that already have an audience. So you get other influencers that may be doing something with their kids, or maybe they have I know that there is an organization that I participate in my child's school. It's called All Pro Dads. All Pro Dads, and it's designed to get dads active in the schools, right? To get out and come to the meetings and be there in the schools to participate with the kids. And it's a great organization. They're huge. Imagine that these guys become one of your sponsors. If they become one of the sponsors, you just went from, 2 followers to probably 500,000, right? So getting partners to help you guys with the flow is going to be huge for you. I don't know the pricing structure around the book. I don't know your cost in the book. But if you're willing to give up a little bit of profit, and that's called affiliate marketing, right? And so that's where you would create affiliate codes for influencers and let them push the book to their people, to their network. Well, once the people buy from you, now they become your people, right? And I hope this makes sense. I hope this is, but that's one way that I would do it. That's one way that I would do it. I would do movement marketing. For one, I would create my nice hashtag, and I would begin to talk about, having these conversations with your kids, doing things with the kids, cooking as a way of bonding with your kids. And then I would go into a YouTube channel where your child literally becomes an influencer, right? It's your own cooking show, and you guys rock out and you have fun in the kitchen, right? And you go from there. So that's how you start. That's one way that I would start. And then, of course, I would get into some Facebook ads where you would simply do a 30-second or less marketing clip, right? Of a video does better with Facebook right now. Pictures, right? Pictures of the recipes. Not the recipes of the finished product, right? So the cakes, the cookies, or whatever, those do better on Instagram. So videos do slightly better on Facebook. Videos are making making some headway on Instagram also. But Instagram is really, based in its infancy with pictures, right? So it does very well with pictures, and it shows pictures very well. And you guys can do still 15 to 30-second snippets on Instagram. And your shows that are going to YouTube can turn around and be used with IGTV, which is Instagram's TV network. And so you can take the same videos and put them on Instagram TV and develop your audience from there. Hey, Miss Phipps. Great about okay? You bake with your son? I'm sorry. Awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. Guys, I'm telling you, there are so many opportunities that are there. And I think that if your daughter, Ms. Ferguson, has already done a cookbook, I think that you're in a really good space to get started. And that is one way to get it moving and, create something on her own and become this little social influencer. And before long, she'll be able to make an income from the videos. So she'll have multiple streams, one stream from the book, the other stream from the advertisements and things like that. And even she'll probably end up picking up a larger sponsor with, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure with some of the cooking companies. And I'll tell you it was not really a short story. So everyone has, I hope everyone has seen, the videos of the short recipes, they're called Tasty, where the guy, he'll taste, you only see their hands, but they're really short, really good looking food recipes. So when these guys began to do these recipes, it's kind of their thing, short recipes, help people out, blah, 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 blah. Now, I just want to show you the opportunity that comes behind your brand, right? Because they created the brand Tasty, and these are great recipes, and they're, cooking these short meals that look really good. If you've been in Walmart lately, they have a deal with Walmart. They have their own cooking utensils now. So they have a Tasty brand in Walmart. Let me tell you something. If Walmart picks up and puts your name, your brand on anything, you're a millionaire. You're a millionaire. You're literally a millionaire. So that is where it could go, right? You guys could be doing exceptionally well with that. It is, if someone is doing it, which is okay, if someone is already working that idea, they're not you guys. They don't have your relationship. And so you guys work it, put your own seasoning on it. Pun intended, right? Put your own seasoning on it, spice it up how you want to, and carve out your niche in the market. So you go from writing a cookbook to helping parents bond with their kids even better. I hope that helps. Hope that helps. Guys, these are some great questions. These are great questions tonight. Guys, I'm Xavier with the Thrive Business Institute. Guys, this is what I do for a living. And I hope that, I show it. I hope I show that I know what I'm talking about, that this is what I do. This is what I'm an expert in. I'm not an expert because I chose to call myself that. I'm an expert because who else can do this kind of stuff on a dime? I'm not patting myself on the back, but I'm telling you that I've paid the cost. I've paid the cost as an entrepreneur to do this. And this is my gift. I'm not that smart. I'm really not. But I am gifted for this. I'm gifted to help people see what they can't see with their business, with their potential. And I hope that I was able to help you tonight with some of that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I love this stuff. I believe, not to get all biblical on everybody, but you guys have heard me quote it. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, "It is the Lord who gives us the power to obtain wealth." And I believe that. I believe that everyone has the ability to create a business and create wealth for you, your family, your children's children, right? And leave that inheritance. Like, I believe that. But oftentimes we look outside of ourselves to start a business. And this is what I tell folks, and it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow for some people. It is, let's say you bake cakes, right? Because I believe the same systems to create a multi-million-dollar cleaning business like Molly made are the same systems no matter what the business is. The systems themselves are the same. The only thing that's different is the business idea, right? So this is what I tell people when they tell me they want to start a business, and especially in an area that they're not familiar with. I always tell them to scratch that idea. I did it on this show one night. A lady came and she was getting ready to buy into a franchise. I think it was something with smoothies, right? And the smoothie chain wasn't well known. I think they wanted like $100,000 to buy in. It was something crazy. And I told her, I said, well, what do you know how to do, right? Like, and I forget whatever her skill or her talent was. But I told her, go do that. Let me tell you, if I work with a person that has a skill set that they can sell, I can take someone that just knows how to cut grass. If that's all you know how to do is cut grass, I can show you how to make $100,000 a year cutting grass. I can lay out the blueprint for you. Just lay it out, right? I can't guarantee it, but I can lay out the $100,000 a year plan, right? Now, the reason why I want you to go cut grass before you join let's say something network marketing or, going to, be a travel agent or whatever. Because if you can't make money doing the thing that you already know how to do, if you already know how to cut grass, let me give you the systems to show you how to make money cutting grass. Because once you're successful cutting grass, it doesn't matter what the business is, you're going to make money in any area you touch because the systems are the same. If that makes sense. The systems are the same. You would be amazed at how many businesses, multi-million-dollar businesses that are out there that use biblical principles. I mean, biblical principles in their business. The owner's not Christian. Matter of fact, one famous billionaire, he's an atheist, but his business model is based on Christian values and Christian principles. But he said publicly that he's not a Christian. Doesn't believe in God, he's an atheist. So, and it doesn't matter who that is. I'm just saying there are individuals that utilize biblical principles to run their businesses and they are massively successful. But yet, I can't get basic folks that know how to do, I don't know, you know how to clean well. You can clean a house like no other. But you don't want to go out and start that business. You want to go out and start, something that's not something that you already know, right? So I want to take you on a shorter trip. I don't want to have to teach you to do the thing. I want to teach you to run your business. But the easiest thing is if I can just teach you to run the business with something that you already know to do. I'll help you start brand new businesses in an area that you're not familiar with, but don't be learning both. Don't learn the business, how to do a thing, and how to build the business at the same time. You want to learn one at a time. If you want to be an expert at the service and learn to build a business, or you know how to build a business, you just need to become an expert in whatever the service is. But don't walk into a situation where you don't know either, right? If you don't know either, you're going to have a hard time and you're going to lose a lot of money. And I've done it. So one of my most successful endeavors to this day is my roadside assistance company. Guys, when I started the company, I actually had a counseling office. So I was doing anger management and domestic violence counseling. And I just came out of corporate America and, was working with the court system, doing all right. And I locked my keys in the car one day. So I'm going to share this with you just to show you how I think. When I think about business opportunities, I locked the keys in the car. I had to call a locksmith because I didn't have any roadside assistance. The guy comes out. He collects the $75 first, right? So he got the money first. He got the money, and I promise you, it took him less than 60 seconds to get my keys out. He slid this little thing like a blood pressure cuff right between the door, pumped it up, took this long tool, stuck it in there, boom, popped the lock, and was done in less than 1 minute. He pulled off, and all I could think about was how big of an idiot I was in there trying to do counseling, when this guy literally just made $75 in less than a minute. And he was on his way to another call. Guys, that is incredible profit margin. So what I did is I sat down and I began to look at, I Googled lockout kits. Literally, lockout kits. So I Googled that, found a lockout kit for like $50, $60. I ordered it immediately. I got some business cards printed up and I did a flat rate, right? $50. And I went to South Lake Mall, South DeKalb Mall. I went to, like 6 or 7 clubs, grocery stores, anywhere where I saw security personnel outside, or I went to customer service desk, and I just started handing out cards. That's it. So, hey guys, I know that, customers lock their keys in their cars all the time. Here we charge a flat rate. We'll be here in an hour or less, guaranteed. And here you go. And the phone was just blowing up. just blowing up, just blowing up. So, and I learned to use, this lockout kit. I got online, got on YouTube, saw how to use it. Lock me, pop my own lock a few times, and I was off to the races. And after that, I began to do some research with getting involved with other roadside assistance companies, doing tire changes, lockouts, fuel deliveries, and jump starts. Bought some of that equipment, and guys, the business just continued to take off. So one of my most successful endeavors to this day is a service-based business. Service-based businesses do extremely, extremely well, whatever the service is. There's always somebody that needs it. Products, T-shirts and selling things like that. Those things make money also. You just have to have so many customers to do it. And so it is possible. Of course, Amazon has shown you a few different ways, and online sales, online stores right now. This is the reason why you see brick and mortar businesses shutting down to this day. Only the strong survive. Now, Walmart's not going to shut down, but I'm just saying, they're putting a dent in some of these retailers, and they're having to shut the doors. So, with that being said, guys, I'm here for you. Whatever questions you have, put it right there in the chat below. Let me help you. I'm looking forward, Miss Ferguson, whenever you guys start your YouTube channel, I definitely want to see it. I want to support you. Send me any information about the cookbook, and I definitely want to purchase one from you. My daughter is 12, and so we'll do a video of us cooking from your cookbook, and we'll put it online, and that is called Social Proof. Social Proof. So that's the last little bit of info I give you, right? Social proof is when someone is actually using your product or service. Have them take a picture, have them say something on camera, have them send you a quick video saying how great your freaking business is. Miss Phipps, I think you have a tax business, correct? I think you have a tax business, if I'm not mistaken, and your tax, I think that's your business. I think. I don't want to lie, but help me out if it is. Help me out if it is. If you have a tax business, Miss Phipps, I am going to, there's a slight delay, so you have to forgive me. But I'm looking online right now. Yep, top-notch tax service. That's what I thought. So Ms. Phipps has done this a few times. She's done it a few times, and I'm just going to her Facebook page right now. Let me go ahead and like it while I'm here. I'm ashamed that I hadn't. So, Ms. Ferguson, if you want to see how this is done, go to Miss. It's Top Notch Tax Service, and what she did here is this is called social proof, right? So I see she's giving her customers some swag. She got a funny little picture on there. Somebody sitting in front of the ATM. Move. So y'all saying my tax is going to drop at midnight. So she's got some swag for her customers. And this is the way you do it. This is called social proof for your business. So I'm going to bring it up. Bring the page up. Just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Just so you see. So this is called social proof. This means that one person has bought the business or one person has bought the service. And when one person has bought it, this right here is good. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor or not. But the Happy Mother's Day is awesome. So you guys see all of this stuff here. This is called social proof videos, people buying your service and doing those things. So hi, I'm MVP. Look at there. Look at there. So that is called social proof, and it works. It works. When people know that other people have purchased your services, it's easier for other folks to purchase your services. So there that is. So anyway, we've been rocking out now almost an hour, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming on with me tonight and letting me utilize my gift to help you. I always enjoy serving you guys. I always enjoy being here with you. I need to come in a little more often. Yeah. So anyway, if you guys don't have any more questions for me tonight, I will log off. But if you do, I'm here. All you got to do is put your question right there in the chat. Guys, you guys know that I'll stay on as long as you guys have questions. I have no problem serving this community. So let me know if you do have questions. I'm here for you. And we'll continue to serve you guys as long as you guys have questions about your business. I am here for you as long as you need me to be. I am here. So just tell me exactly what you need. Let me serve you. Absolutely, absolutely. I don't know if you heard me bragging about your page. I was showing everybody your page. I don't know if you were here or not, but I was showing folks. Your page, Ms. Phipps. So, how about LLC or C Corp? So let me make it short. So I am, and of course I'm not an attorney, so can't give you any legal advice. But this is why I do LLCs with any business. An LLC gives you the tax benefits of a sole proprietor. So let me tell you the three really quick. So a sole proprietorship gives you the least amount of protection of your personal assets. So your personal assets, your house, your car, things that you own. A sole proprietorship is that, right? So you open up a business and, that's that. You're a sole proprietor. Least amount of protection if someone sues you for your personal assets, okay? But as a sole proprietor, you have the absolute best tax write-offs, like the best, because you can write off everything, right? So sole proprietorship has the best tax write-offs. So I'm going to skip LLC and I'm going to go to C Corp. C Corp, S Corp, basically the same. But a C Corp is another individual, right? So it has its own person, its own entity. So you get the maximum protection of your personal assets, okay? Maximum protection of your personal assets. And I'll tell you guys a story in a second about that and why that matters. And it was done to me. It was horrible, but I'll tell you exactly what happened. And then, so you get great personal protection because it's a separate entity, but the tax benefits are not great because you're now taxed at a corporate tax. It's a different business. It's a C corporation, and there's a different tax structure for a corporation. Okay, that is a C corp. Most protection, not that great on the taxation. Okay. Now, an LLC gives you the best of both worlds. You get the tax write-offs of a sole proprietor, and you get the protection of protection of a C corp. So when you form an LLC, a limited liability corporation, your personal assets are protected. Plus, you get really good tax write-offs and tax benefits. I will talk with an accountant to get more in detail. As I said, I'm not an attorney, so I can't give you legal advice, but that is the breakdown of those things. Now, like I said, an LLC, best tax component, and you're protected all of your personal assets. Told you guys I'd tell you a quick I'll tell you what happened. I purchased a car. I purchased an H2 Hummer, and what happened is I was financing it. I didn't purchase this one cash, and I purchased it from a car dealership in Gainesville, Georgia. And I had the car. I think I traded one in. I traded in a paid-for Volvo XC90. Traded it in, and bought the Hummer. Had the Hummer for 3 months, and they kept giving me the runaround about the title, right? Because I couldn't get a tag, right? So they could never file the title paperwork. And I'm talking to you guys, I'm telling this story to show you the difference, or show you why an incorporation protects you. I lose in this story, by the way. But, so I bought the Hummer. I paid the first 2 car notes. The third car note, I didn't pay. The day that it was due, I called the guy and I said, look, you guys are giving me the runaround. Where is my title? I need to get my tag. And at this point, I'm irritated because if you don't have the title, chances are the dealership didn't own the car, right? They didn't own it. So what happened is I remember having a conversation with the guy on the phone, and I told him I'm not paying it, right? I'm not going to pay it. I'm in my office, and they come and they repoed my Hummer. This dealership did. They repoed it. They took it. I get up to the dealership, and of course I'm hot as fire because I missed like a day, right? I get up to the dealership, and the guy says, basically wasn't going to give me the Hummer back until I made the payment. I needed my car, so I'm getting ready to make the payment. The owner of the dealership calls. The guy tells me, Mr. Johnson, I can't accept your payment. He says, you have to find alternate financing. So what do you mean? He says, you need to find another bank to finance you. If not, then, tough. So I go back and I get an attorney immediately, right? Something's not right. Long story short, the guy filed bankruptcy for his business. He shut the business down. He kept my Volvo XC90. They kept the Hummer. I lost all the money I paid into it. My attorney was working on it. We're getting ready to take him to court. He calls me back and says, there's nothing for you to take. So even if you won the case, he has no assets. So what do you mean? The business was a C corporation or LLC. I don't know if it was a C corp or LLC. When he closed the doors and filed bankruptcy, his personal assets were protected. Everything. All of his personal stuff. The guy was almost a millionaire. Everything he had personally was protected. The business was done with me through his business. So all I could sue was the business because it wasn't a personal transaction. And so I lost. He shut down the business. Literally 45 days later, he reopened a new business under a new C corporation, new everything, and he went on about his life, and I got stuck. So I tell that story to tell you guys the power of a LLC or power of a C corporation. It protects your personal assets. If you are a millionaire and your business goes kaput, it protects everything personally. So that's how that goes. So yeah. But anyway, if you guys do have any questions for me tonight, this is Business Building Tuesday. I'm here to help you grow your business. So if you have any questions, put it right down there in the chat below, and I'll help you. I'll help you. Ms. Phipps, what I did is I actually showed people your, I was bragging on you, and I was showing people your Facebook page. And I was explaining to them that this is an example of what we call social proof. So social proof marketing, and this is the advice that I would give you. And I don't know if you're an accountant or not, Ms. Phipps, if you just do taxes or whatnot, but social proof means that there are individuals, that have purchased your product and have the little signs. I like your photos right here. All right, see that? That's pretty cool. And so this is called social proof, right? Got a little swag, right? Got a little swag right there. See the sign in the background? Got some more swag. Right? A little more swag, right? Gotcha. Okay. I was trying to think of something that you could begin to service your customers throughout the year. You don't necessarily have to be an accountant. You can be a bookkeeper. You don't have to be an accountant. But you can definitely put together some stuff to assist small businesses throughout the year. So when it comes time for tax season, their stuff is in a decent place, and we can always talk more about that. If you guys are interested, what I was bragging on you on was this. It was just the social proof. This is just people that have purchased from you. The Happy Mother's Day is always awesome. I talk about in some videos, when you market, always stay fresh and always keep up with the time of year. Always have some kind of marketing over that time of year. And actually, since you have access, I don't know, I'm sure you use the software, you can send out happy birthdays to your customers. Okay, we can definitely talk through that. Do you service any small businesses at all? Is there any small businesses that you work with? We can always talk through that. These right here, these are recommendations and reviews. Good stuff. Do you recommend? This is always good stuff. These are good videos. Again, good videos to always have. It doesn't take long, just short testimonials. And what you do is you run your Facebook ads with this stuff, okay? These are the pictures that you use. These are the videos that you use. Stuff like this, different memes. So this is what you use for social proof marketing, and that's how you do that. And so that's how you rock that. That is how you rock that. Okay, so good job and kudos to you with this. Very, 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 very nice. So in the meantime, you need to find out how you can, how you can service your customers. What are they needing? I don't know what financial services is. I don't know what that service is. So that is definitely something to, to kind of chew on. But I need to know a little bit more about what you have the opportunity to do. In the meantime, what you could do, I don't know if you have bookkeeping software or not. But if you do, okay, we can definitely do that. If you do have bookkeeping software, you can definitely begin to do some. You can begin to put in, do a monthly service for small businesses for bookkeeping. One of the issues, it's my pleasure. It's absolutely my pleasure. When I work with businesses, the first meeting, they have to have a few things for me. And one of the main things they have to have is a P&L statement and a financial statement, right? So I need to know what's going on in your current month, and I need to know the financial health of your business. I need to know what your liabilities are. I need to know what your assets are. I need to know what your average sales are. If we're talking about your products and services, I need to know what's selling, what's not. And this is general consulting. So I need a larger snapshot. In your financial data tells the story, right? It tells me how much inventory you have. If you have a business with inventory, it tells me what products you have that are selling or not selling. It tells me profit margins, all that great stuff. So not enough businesses have it. They just don't. And so even if you did a QuickBooks certification, and like I said, you don't have to be an accountant. All you're doing is just plugging in numbers. That's all you're doing. You're plugging in numbers. You can partner with an accountant if you like, just for them to go over your books once a year or maybe quarterly. And all you do is you roll that price right into what you charge your customers. So if an accountant will do, let's say, if you're keeping everything in QuickBooks and they can simply log into QuickBooks and look at the basics, then you guys come up with a reasonable rate. Let's say they charge you $1,000 every 3 months to go in and do an audit of all of the companies that you have, you simply take that, divide it, into your pricing. Let's say that that $1,000 is, break that down with 20 businesses, and you're talking $50 a month. So that's $50 a month. So the number of businesses you need to have doing their bookkeeping is about 50, or it's about 20, and you're charging a base of $50. That's going to pay the $1,000 for the accountant to come in and kind of do their thing. And on top of that, you're going to do whatever you're charging, right? So, it could be closer to $150 to $200 a month. Even if you went $200 to $300 a month to be able to do this, it is $300 a month to do bookkeeping. It's still cheaper than hiring somebody, paying them $400, $500, $600 a week, right, to do the same thing. You're just getting it in bulk, right? And all they do, they send you their sales data, they send you bills, expenses, and you can set up a system. We can always talk through all of that. But that's one way to do that. That's one way you want to serve these small businesses, because you're going to have, some longevity. And then you think about what you can do for regular customers. What type of services can you serve individuals with to keep them coming back inside your door? So we can always talk about that at any time. At any time. I'm glad you're smiling. Glad you're smiling. So guys, if I can help you with anything else tonight, definitely let me know. I will. I won't bug you guys too much longer. I'm here with you. I need to go cook for my kids. So, single parent. So the life is I'm probably preaching to the choir. Preaching to the choir. All right, guys. I'll give you a countdown. See if there's anybody else that is here that needs any help with anything. If you have any questions about business, your business, a friend's business, I am here for you. If not, I will go ahead and end the broadcast for tonight and let you guys go on your merry way. Okay. I don't see any other questions coming in. if I can ever be of any assistance to you guys, definitely have no hesitation in reaching out to me. Big announcements coming up, and the only way that you get those announcements, of course, is if you're a part of my tribe. So definitely go to Facebook at Ask Xavier J on all of the social media networks, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Join the family, and let's get started. So glad I could serve you guys tonight. God bless you. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.